Hey guys, welcome back. Kaladesh is going insane. We're gonna talk about it, what happened, and what's gonna happen. Let's talk about the future. Let's talk about Kaladesh. It's coming up next. Hey guys, welcome back. MTG Moxman here. Hope you had a great weekend. Here we are on January 18th, 2021. Great time to be here. Gonna have some crazy talk today. Hope you're ready for it. If you're new to the channel, please take a second to smash that subscribe button. Join in the fun. I'm often imitated, never duplicated. Hard facts, okay? Gonna go over some sales figures. We're gonna check things out. Kaladesh is insane. Literally insane. It's blowing my mind. We're going to talk about it today. It's basically going to take my entire video time up. At the end of the video, I'll go over a few other things, but it's a little bit nutty. So let's get the rumor part out of the way. I like the rumor part at the beginning. You know, it's a little meaty on the bone. Kaladesh as a box set was very well received. It had the most beautiful inventions we had seen. The whole gold gilded, just beautiful to look at, okay? It had good history, good story behind the plane. I did go to the pre-release at my local LGS. Remember all the cool things hanging from the ceiling? It was amazing to see. But the boxes were just starting to go up at that point. I think they were $119.99 at my local LGS back then. I bought one box. It's the box you see behind Deadpool's head. That's the only box I own. Okay? And I remember it sold fairly well. I'm sure Wizards did some restocks. I wasn't following it like I do now. I wasn't following it back then. I didn't have a YouTube channel back then. But I remember going and doing it and playing it and having a blast, right? But the rumor part is that stores, local LGSs, old, new, big, small, keep some of these, all these boxes that come out, they keep some for themselves. Now I've talked to local LGSs, big ones, small ones. I know a lot of the owners personally, and guess what? They don't stock nothing. It is churn and burn. They got to sell the product to move on to the next product, pay their employees, pay their overhead, pay themselves a small salary. That's how it goes. It just cycles. They don't have an extra $1,000 every time a set comes out to just put $1,000 into a case and keep it for themselves. That's not how it works. Okay? I'm not saying they don't ever get any, but it's not what you'd think. Maybe when a set rotates out, they have a little bit left on the shelf. Maybe they can squirrel away a box. Maybe. Though LGSs I asked, none had any. Okay? They couldn't do it at all. So that's that rumor part of the way. They don't store it like they do. The ones who store it are us, the players, who want that nostalgic feel. So we keep some boxes for ourselves. We keep some fat packs. We keep some of that good stuff we remember. Okay? It's not the LGSs doing it. It's usually us. Although the LGSs are happy to buy your product sealed at 1/10 of what it's worth. Okay? That's just how it goes. If a box is like $800, they're going to offer you like $200 or $300. Kaladesh, they're buying for $150 a box. But let's get to that. Let's get to Kaladesh. So this weekend, did some research here. This Kaladesh box sold November 9th of 2020. All right, we got a $299 box. We got $17 shipping. That's kind of where I remember things being. But can you believe this? Ready? Get ready. I'm serious. Blew my mind, I'm telling you. That is a box that sold this weekend. $765.54. $27 shipping. Well, after I looked at that, looked at the other one, I know. It's more than double. I realize that. I know you realize that. You've worked out the math in your head. You're like, I know. But that's just how it is right now. So then I start looking at every listing I can find that's English, because I only deal with the English stuff. There were some foreign ones for $250, but I'm looking English. And in Canada, there was two boxes. One was $408.28 with a $33 shipping. And the other one that was, that's right, you guessed it. The same seller in the American website had it for $765.54 with the same $27 and change shipping. That was the only ones I could possibly find. So then I went to the American website. So now we're popping over to eBay.com. And when I looked them up, they had 5 other boxes. So you're telling me, in all of North America, we got 7 boxes for sale. That's it. Hundreds of thousands of Magic players, maybe even millions between our two countries right here. And you're telling me we literally have 7 boxes of that product for sale. Well, what about the local LGS? I told you the LGSs are sold out. If you look at an LGS, you're going to see 0 in stock, 0 in stock, 0, 0, zeros, more zeros, lots of zeros, and more zeros to follow those zeros. They don't have any. Okay, and when they did, it was $3.50 a box. So they're already starting to raise their prices to try to hold on to it so they could say they had some. It's all gone. They can't restock it. They're not getting it from a distributor. It's gone. But are you telling me it's all gone? I've always known that there wasn't as much stored as what people think. I knew that. Instances happen. People have draft parties. They have fun with their friends. They get bored of holding it. They can't keep it sealed. They get tempted. They crack it. That's why a lot of players go back and buy the old boxes eventually. But Kaladesh is not that old. To see this little on the market, it really has lent me to believe that other products may follow suit very, very soon in the future. Okay? Aether Revolt could be a prime candidate to start disappearing. It's $200 a box. It's still reasonable to buy it right now. Again, I only have one box of it as well. And if that's the way it's going to go, that's a little bit scary, isn't it? That's a little bit intimidating to think some of the newer boxes can just evaporate. It makes you like, oh, I should go buy some. Don't do it. Because we don't know what's happening. You don't really know if somebody's just hoarded some, somebody's been trickle buying for months. I'm going to be looking into it and see what I can find, but I don't think it's as simple as that. I think what happens is people have just been opening these products. And if they open the product, then there's just none left to buy. If Wizards short runs a product, like in the case of Dominaria, it artificially tightened it without intending to. That's why those boxes are over $200 a box. More natural growth, things like Battle for Zendikar, which are over 200 now. That's 5-6 years old. That makes sense to me. Especially when a new box is 150. So it's only appreciated, 2-3% a year. Right? But a box like Kaladesh, which is going through that life cycle, it should still be, as far as I'm concerned, no more than $300 a box. But if there's none left, then it's supply and demand. If there's no supply and there's still a demand, the price is set by whoever sells it. And that guy's trying to sell, that person is trying to sell it for that amount. And they've already sold a box. Which just blew my mind when I saw it. Couldn't believe it's jumped that much. Sorry, I can't speak today. Getting tongue-tied. Thinking about the costs associated with buying boxes at that price. When you see a box at $765, you're talking, that's Cold Snap, that's Scourge. I remember buying Ice Age for $100 a box. Those boxes are like $1,700 now. A year ago, they were like $1,000. Not even a year ago, sorry. 4 or 5 months ago. And before that, they were like $500. And before that, they were like, within the last couple of years, it's all jumped up. Fallen Empires, Homelands. These boxes that were still kind of cheap for people to kind of get into for collecting, they're all $1,000 plus. It's all eroding. It's all evaporating. It's all inflation based on what's going on with all the American printing of money, all the stuff going on in the world right now. I think it's causing everything you see behind me to just jack up in price. I don't know if it's going to hold, but it's very, very scary out there to see prices jump up that much for boxes that are not that old. Do not buy them at that price. I'm telling you now. You can sit and watch them, get some enjoyment out of it, but do not pay at that price. Okay? I'm telling you now, I wouldn't buy. And now, let's get to the end of this video. This end little tail bit for those of you who hung in that long. If you hung in that long, here's the rest of it. Okay? Some of the boxes deserve to go up. Old boxes from 20, 25 years ago, I can see why they're jacking up. Supply is finally thinned out. There's just none available for new players who want to get them. I get it. But Aether Revolt definitely could go up. Dominaria is going to go up. War of the Spark is still on the hit list, guys. It's done printing. Stores aren't charging too much now, but what, $150? Might be a good time to get a couple of boxes and hold on to. Because if this is the way the ride's going, if there really is that thin of a supply from what Wizards puts out, who knows what's out there. I've heard rumors as well that Commander Legends had a lower print run, and there actually is no more Commander Legends collector boxes. It's only whatever you can find out there. Right? I had a couple stores, oh, we can't restock it, it's done. So if they can't restock it and there's no more coming, whatever stores happen to have it, that's all there's going to be. And that's unusual, right? That's, it's a lot of money. And they're still sold out? Crazy. So, keep it in mind, guys. Keep your pocketbook dry. Do not buy a thing like that at that price. It's just not worth it. But people are buying it at that price. I myself will not be touching it. I would, if somebody, If somebody's offering me $1,000 for that box, I'm selling it. Because it's $1,000 in my pocket. I can buy a case of something new, right? Blows my mind. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them in the section below. I'll be happy to get back to you guys. Kaladesh, man. Blowing my mind. I'm telling you. Crazy. All right, guys, take it easy. Who made it this far in the video? Who's still here? Are you ready for this? Are you seriously ready? Because I don't know, man. I'm just thinking I got to say it. Shop smart, shop as smart. That's right.